are to meet him, the famous Captain Spaulding. From climate hot and scalding, the captain has arrived.
Hello there out there in Cyberland. It's me, Miguel, coming to you alone. This podcaster is touched in the head, alright? He's got a moat around his studio. That's why we're using you, because this is a combined arms operation. I'm not tickling. Anchors away! I decided to do my own podcast, for my hardcore fans, so they wouldn't have to put up with Gabriel asking me questions, so I can answer your questions. And I'm waiting for them to appear down here in the comments section. Gabriel! What are you doing here? This is like that scene. It's like that scene in The Magnificent Seven. There's a guy with the knife who's really fast at clapping his hands, and I clap my hands and I came up with an idea that I would do the same thing. I just didn't catch any fish. I didn't have time to catch fish. I don't have time for chit-chat about movies and Seven Samurai or 8 Tarantino Samurai or something. There was like this tower? We're on a mission. The podcast has already started. You said yourself it's a combined arms operation. There's like this tower of pillows that appeared over there. This is your harebrained scheme to build a tower and throw Quacky. Alright, well, Quacky, where are we going to get Quacky? It's not here. You can't see it, but it's over there. I mean, I can see it. You can see it reflected if you use like petite perception. You can see it sort of reflected in my eyes if you like magnify. But surprise, surprise! Quacky is here and ready for action, sir. I'm ready for action, sir. I guess we can't go any farther because the swan doesn't have legs. Alright, and Quacky doesn't have legs. But Quacky's a little bit lighter, easier to carry up to the top of that tower. Yes, Teresa.
It can fly down. Because it can fly.
The swan. Can you give Quacky a ride to the top of the tower? But it's kind of curious, and I've never seen it before, and I have no idea what it might portend. I'll take that as a yes. Alright, fine. Quacky goes into action. I'm not going to do the swearing-in ceremony because we don't have time, right? You're inducted, Quacky. Okay, get on the swan's back. Like you get to see some action. Be careful, Quacky. Don't exert yourself. All right, and up and away, recruits. It'd be a sign of something that will happen but hasn't happened yet. But later I'll realize it was an omen or a precursor or something like that. Why are you flying around? People don't want to see this. They want to see me. Whoa, people really like this. What? Oh! Quacky! Why did you fall and hit me on the head? Gabriel told me to do that. What did you say? That's not my voice. You can't do my voice. Quacky would never say something like that. Quacky would never rat me out. Alright, enough. A little wolf? Gabriel, where did that tower come from? Why are you interrupting my podcast? Whoa, look at all these comments. Whoa! We want to see more of that swan. We like that flying around. It was like a giant gadfly for the public. That's the kind of comments. Elon Musk. Elon Musk is following me now? Thanks a lot, Swan. Thanks a lot, Quacky. And you saw it live. You saw it live right here on my pod. Was that your idea, Gabriel? Alright, it was a collective effort to test out the ability of our podcasting squadron to disrupt. However, it did not result in a downturn in your ratings, but in a swift uptick. Nevertheless, I'm thinking, do you know what I'm thinking, Gabriel? I'm thinking it's really high up. No, I'm thinking that we can take advantage of this, alright? It is high up. It's a high up idea, okay? Because we're looking at everything from above, alright? We're not actually flying around, but we're up high like a bird, like in a bird's nest, like on a ship or a bird's cage. You hang it in the living room and the parrot's up from above, condescendingly squawking down at you, okay? That's what we're doing here, okay? We're looking down on you. And from this view, we understand that in spite of the fact that it was a total wipeout, a total washout, that the birds did not disrupt because you got higher ratings, we can nevertheless, I understand now, make use of the same techniques. What is the parrot doing here? You failed one mission. Why are you here? Fine, into battle with you. Squawk! Sabotage! Sabotage! Sabotage? Why are you sabotaging my successful podcast, parrot? Let's see what kind of comments we're getting. Get rid of that stupid parrot. Okay, why don't you get a giant fly swatter there, Quacky? Well, it's not like Quacky can wield a fly swatter. That person probably joined late. Don't let it in. Throw it out. I love it. I want to marry it. That's some kind of joker. Most people want to get rid of you, parrot. Why are you barging in here? Swan, you're not moving. Are you okay? John, what are you doing here? This is my podcast. I'm here for the swan. I'm not here for you. I don't care about you. But these people care about me that I'm talking to. Well, I'm not watching you, am I? I'm here in person. I don't care what you have to say in person. I'm here for my swan. Well, audience, you can see how rude some people are who don't have their own podcast. They just barge in. We love John. We like John. John should take over for Miguel. What? Oh, really? Am I really popular? Whoa. Wow. Good job on that butt, little wolf. Wink, wink.
All right, we're entering into the fray, so to speak. Oh, I was so worried. I was so concerned. How's your stuffing? Your stuffing?
Honk.
You're okay.
Honk.
And the flamingo, of course. That's what this is. This is A Night at the Opera. This is the stateroom scene in A Night at the Opera. It's a direct homage to that, so people will say, it's not so terrible. At least they know their stuff. For the nerds in the audience who wear glasses like mine and think that's really important, the swan has metacritically flown into the fray, into the maelstrom, and is here disrupting things head over heels in love with her own creativeness. Honk. Happy? Everybody's happy? I'm not supposed to be happy because you disrupted and people like you more, maybe. Or maybe it's just a bot. I heard you whisper to Little Wolf. John made that up. You think I know how to create bots? If I know how to create bots, would I be doing low-budget film like this? All right, I'd be ripping off Wall Street.
Well, then that means people really liked you. That means it was real people.
No, it could have been bots, all right? It could be YouTube uses their own. Is that what you're using?
Yeah, is that a bad site?
All right, we'll find you a better site. We want this to go down in history. This is the first time in history that what happened? What happened? Well, this was the first time in history that Quacky was committed to combat, and he was successful. Are you going to pin a medal on me, little wolf? My skin is sensitive.
Nobody's getting a medal.
This was average. This was average at best because it resulted in, I guess everybody's happy, right? All right, well, everybody's happy, so I guess we disrupted.
And we're popular now.
Disruptive, but at the same time, we pushed our own agenda. People have heard what we had to say, and they'll never forget it because the visuals were so interesting. It was like, that puts the stateroom scene to shame, all right? So eat your heart out, Groucho Marx, all right? We did better than you guys, all right, because we got better writers. But a debt of gratitude. We owe you, all right? We couldn't have come up with this idea without you, so thanks for perpetuating that archetype and passing it on to us, passing the torch, so to speak, so that we could burn our way to fame, whatever that metaphor means. So thank you, and thank you for tuning in, audience.
Hooray!
Hooray for Captain Spaulding, the African explorer. Hooray!
Honk, honk, honk. Honk. Hooray.
Hooray for Captain Spaulding, the
African
African explorer.
explorer.
Did someone call me Schnorr?
Hooray.
Hooray, hooray, hooray.